Hello everyone, and welcome back to episode 2 of the Hive Mind Challenge. If you haven't already, make sure you check out episode 1 by clicking the link in the description. A friend of mine also mentioned I should cover my background and taskbar because those are distracting to the viewers, so I did my best to address that, but enough of that, let's get started on the video. My main objectives for this episode were to have HiveMind 1 achieve 15 mining to mine all the ores for Doric's quest, while also having HiveMind 2 obtain all the necessary ingredients for Cook's Assistant and Goblin Diplomacy. The other 6 accounts are going to start off by training some combat and hopefully transition to fishing later on in the video. This might look a little confusing here. I have my 8 clients all stacked over each other on my monitor here. I don't have them in the same spot because I'm not going to be doing the same task on all the accounts at the same time. I find that it's a little bit simpler if you're going to be doing different things on all the accounts to just lay them out like this. Yeah, so it's going to be a lengthy process. Getting all of the materials for a few quests here. Obviously, it'll take 24 inventory spaces to get the 8 accounts, all of the materials for Cook's Assistant, given that each account needs 1 egg, 1 pot of flour, and 1 bucket of milk. So obviously 8 times 3 being 24 total items. We'll have to come back to the Lumbridge Castle, complete the Cook's Assistant quest to clear out all these inventory spaces, and then in order to collect the dyes for the Goblin Diplomacy quest, we're going to have to make a few trips to Aggie, I think. This account we're still mining. It's been, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes now. We've still not even filled, we just got our first full inventory of ores, so this is very slow, obviously, but you know, when you're trying to play a lot of accounts at the same time, you're not all about efficiency on one account. You're about collective efficiency. How much XP can you get? Maybe that's how you gotta think about it. I don't know. So here you can see we've opened the bank interface. This is how we're going to be going about handling noting items always. We will come to the bank, open the bank interface. The bank will always have nothing in it when we open it. We will simply put all of our items that we would like to note in and withdraw them as a banknote and close the bank again. We're never going to be leaving anything inside this bank. We're just going to be using it to convert items into banknote form. Here I demonstrate how I usually go about trading items to all my accounts. Obviously I don't want to have to open up a trade window between HiveMind 2 and all of the other accounts to trade the 3 items for Cook's Assistant. It's usually a lot quicker for me to just walk all of the accounts to the same tile, drop all of the items that I need on the floor, and then pick one of each item up on all the other accounts. I generally like to try and walk away from other players when I do this just to avoid somebody on the off chance, you know, trying to pick up my items. So what I'm basically doing here is just holding down the spacebar and then clicking back and forth between all of the clients so that I can go through the chat dialogue for Cook's Assistant at the same time. This method of doing quests on multiple accounts is definitely inferior to the other method that I'll show later on in the video. So I actually just got my first beginner clue scroll on one of these accounts right here from a goblin. I would have recorded it on the ground, but I was worried that it was going to disappear too quickly, so yeah, so that's nice. The first beginner clue scroll, definitely going to be hanging on to that, as I'm going to definitely be trying to do beginner clue scrolls as much as possible, because I would like to see if I could get some cool little Fashionscape rewards from them. So we just went ahead and got the second beginner clue scroll on the account on HiveMind 1 while mining, so that's pretty chill. That's not too bad. Yeah, so hopefully we get plenty more from here. Just hit me now that I didn't even read this clue scroll. What do we got? Talk to the cook and talk to the cook in Lumbridge Castle. We can just go ahead and do that right now. What's this clue step? Talk to hands. Wow, holy moly, that's pretty lucky right off the bat. This is gonna be scary. We're gonna have to run into this mine with 1 defense, panic in here real quick. Please be the end of the clue. step, talk to Yuri, give me the thing, what? Alright, let's get out of here now. Sir Sharon, hairdresser in Western Falador. Alright, well that's interesting. If this account has to go to Western Falador, it might actually be worthwhile. This account goes with the other account then, I guess. So I actually just obtained my first beginner clue scroll casket already on Hive Mind 1 with a 2-step clue being hands and the cook. So let's see what we got here. Wow. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. Right off the bat. That's okay. So we got some best in slots. Fire battle staff or staff of fire. I think that's worth like 1500 GP from Zaf, Staffs, and Barrock there. Oh my god, that is wow. That is good. This right here. This is what I am talking about. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rocks, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other players to share them with. Yeah, this is what free to play is like. This is what mining in free to play is like. Oh my lord. So we're definitely gonna want to hop worlds, I think. Alright, so I traveled to Falador on Hive Mind 8 to both complete the clue scroll that I got while I was training combat, but also to grab the woad leaves for the last die for Goblin's Diplomacy. And we got ourselves our second casket only a few minutes after the first one, so that's exciting. We'll have to see what our second reward is. Here we go. What can we get? So after completion of that clue scroll casket, I went back to Lumbridge to rendezvous with the other Hive Mind accounts so that we could all make our way over to Aggie to convert the woad leaves into the blue dyes that we would need for Goblin Diplomacy. While we're going this way, we could go ahead and do the dialogue with the Corsair Trader. Or not the Corsair Trader, whatever his name is, the guy that you start the Corsair Cove quest with. We might as well cap and talk this guy. Might as well do that while we're here. And that saves us having to come back and talk to him later. It does start the quest and thus highlighted as yellow in our quest journal, and that kind of irritates me, but you know, we can live with that, I think.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the.
Hang on.
No.
No! Fuck. Can't trade these. Can you trade copper ores? Damn. Wow, I literally just dropped all that on the ground. Oh, is this gonna despawn now? Oh, that's a f***ing troll and a half, is that ever? Holy Christ. Fuck. So, I didn't know that you couldn't trade iron and copper ores, so I guess I go do Goblin Diplomacy first. Some guy confused. So I guess I have to go do Goblin Diplomacy first, and then I have to go back to the mines. This fucking trade bullshit is actually really annoying. Mind you, if I had known that there was a trade bullshit, I could have just gone and done this quest and gotten my 7th quest point, but yeah, so that's a little annoying. Who's this Captain Arnav? Who are you talking to? Hive mind 2. Yes, I will help you with your stupid treasure chest. While you give me some free stuff. Gold ring. That is nice. So we'll go to Port Sarum, dump that off. There's like 100 or 200 GP or whatever that sells for. I don't know. That's pretty awesome. This is how I utilize the Alt Escape function in Windows 10 to cycle between my RuneScape clients and complete quests as fast as possible. Essentially, pressing the Alt Escape function brings you to the next open RuneScape client. Then you would press the spacebar to continue through the chat dialog. You would then press Alt Escape again to continue to the next RuneScape client, and so on. This allows you to complete all the chat dialogues at the same time, and in actually a pretty timely fashion. Yeah, this happens quite a lot. People react like this. I generally try to say something to everyone just so that nobody thinks I'm a bot farm and try to report me. So I didn't know this for many years, but there's actually a dwarf over here in the dwarven mine who will buy a gold bar for up to 300 GP if there's no other gold bars in the stock. Okay, I think that's the best we're gonna get. I'm gonna sell that gold bar on that world. And other than that, I think we're probably just gonna have to settle for selling all the gold bars for a mediocre price on worlds that already have stock. Damn, that sucks. There we go. So there's another 8 quest points, and what's that? 1300 mining XP times 8. So 8,000, 10,400 mining XP, just like that. That's pretty sweet. What are our total levels up to now? So we got 65, 56, 59, 60, 61, 61, 59, and 57. With Hive Mind 1 looking to be the most impressive at 65. Well, that wraps it up for today's episode of the Hive Mind Challenge. We completed 3 more quests on the accounts today, as well as our first 2 beginner clue scrolls. Hopefully there will be many more to come. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with my latest content, and a like is always appreciated. I hope you enjoyed the video and have a great day.